TestNG. Till yesterday, we have seen at the test keywords, right? Some of them enabled expected conditions we have seen. So now we need to see groups keyword. How to use groups keyword. So the list of groups. So this class or method belongs to, okay? That means particular test method, if you want to categorize, then we are going to use this groups keyword. So if you're not categorizing, tomorrow your manager will ask run only smoke test cases or run only regression test cases. It's very difficult. So that's why we have to categorize the test cases. So to categorize the test cases, we are going to use a groups keyword like this. @test bracket groups equal to curly bracket and curly bracketed group name you can write. Group name, you can write it. So public void method name, parenthesis curly bracket, and this is the method body. So if you want to add multiple groups or different keywords, you can do like this also. @test groups equal to smoke, comma, priority equal to 1, description equal to some description. So how I am adding multiple keywords for the @test? By separating with a comma. By separating with a comma. So you can do that. So this M1 belongs to smoke group. M1 should run first, and description, you can give some description here. Even we can create multiple groups. For the same method, you can move to multiple groups like this. @test groups equal to group 1, comma, group 2. That means this method belongs to group 1 and group 2. So this method belongs to group 1 and group 2. So, okay, you categorized the test methods in your classes. Then how can you run them? How can you run only particular group? So if you want to control the groups, which group you want to run, which group you don't want to run, you can use the include tag and exclude tag in the testng.xml file. So include tag tells the testng.xml that which group we need to execute. Exclude tag tells testng.xml which group we have to skip. That means we don't want to execute. So that's the exclude and include tag. This include and exclude tags you can use even for methods also. You can use even for methods also. So different methods also you can use. Like, so like, I have shown you a particular class inside, which method you want to run, which method you don't want to run. So you can control with the include and exclude tags. Okay, so that is the include tag and exclude tag. Even you can run groups also, you can run class methods also. Okay. So this is how you can create a testng.xml file. If you have a groups, you must create a testng.xml file. So suit tag name equal to suit name, parallel equal to none, because we are not running parallel. That's why parallel equal to none we are using. Test tag name equal to test groups, So groups, run tag inside include name, smoke, exclude name, regression. That means smoke group you have, regression group you have in your classes. So from these classes, so the smoke group test cases will run and the regression test cases will skip from these test classes. So you can mention all the class names. Class tag, you will use individual class tag to represent each independent TestNG class. So that under the classes tag you have to mention, then close the classes tag, close the test tag, close the suite tag. So this is the testng.xml format of with the groups. Okay. Okay. So after this, so you can see another one. We can see invocation count. So what is mean by invocation count? So you want to invoke same test method multiple times you want to run. Then you can use invocation count parameter. So at the rate test invocation count equal to 3 if you specify this test method will run 3 times. Continuously. 3 times it will execute. Same test method. That's the invocation count means. Sorry. Any questions? Okay.
No, Ramesh.
Okay. Success percentage. This we won't use much. The percentage of success expected from this particular method, then you can expect say 80% or 90%, such kind of percentage. If you want to specify, you can use this success percentage. Timeout, the maximum number of milliseconds this test should take. The maximum number of milliseconds this test should take. So how many seconds it will take to complete that test case. So at the rate test, timeout equal to 3000 milliseconds. That means 3 seconds. This test method must finish. If it is not finished in 3 seconds, this test method will return as a failure. Thread pool size. The size of the thread pool for this method, the method will be invoked from multiple threads as specified by invocation count. So if you use invocation count, you need to specify this thread pool size also. So how many threads you want to run, that you can use. So with thread pool size, you can tell that. So most important, priority. So you want to prioritize your test case. You will use priority keyword. At the rate test, priority equal to 1. So public void T1. T1 is prioritized first. So the L1 is prioritized second. So in this, T1 will execute first, then L1 will execute second. So this is the order of execution if you have multiple test cases, and if you use priority keyword, the lowest number will schedule first, then this number. So this is the priority keyword. How to specify the particular class methods? using include and exclude tags. So I already shown you, this is the, right, this is the groups. So in the particular class, you want to control which method you want to execute. So class tag inside a methods tag inside include name test method, exclude name test2 method. That means from this class, test method will execute, test2 will skip. Then close the methods tag, close the class tag. So this is all class tag. Then another class you can specify, class name test.independent test. So like this, multiple classes you can specify, you can control methods of the class also with include and exclude tags. Then close the classes tag, close the test tag, suit tag. So this is the different ways how you can control your test cases with the different parameters. So what is the importance of reporting in Selenium? Reports helps you to identify the status of the test case, pass, fail, or skip. You can calculate the time. So the test case is taking to execute it. So that will be so easily find out with the reporting. You can share automation reports with your team members. So we have 3 types of reports: default test.html, emailable-report.html, index.html. These are the default reports when you run the test case as a TestNG. And so in your project directory, there is a folder, will create a test output folder. This folder inside, you can find these reports. You can open these reports and you can see all the test cases, pass, fail, status easily. That is the, okay. So now, let's see how can we run tests parallelly or classes parallelly or methods parallel. So in the suit tag, we have to mention parallel attribute. So suit name, my suit parallel equal to tests, thread count 5, parallel equal to classes, parallel equal to methods, you can, or whatever you want, you can mention. If you mention parallel equal to tests, so that means different test tags you have to mention. Then those will run parallelly. That is this suit tag means. And parallel equal to classes, if you mention, then your classes will run parallel in the suit. That's the parallel equal to classes means. So parallel equal to methods, if you write, so the methods, make sure those are independent. They don't have any dependency. Then those methods will run so parallel in different threads. So this is all you can run. So classes parallelly, methods parallelly, and tests parallelly. So you can do anything. Okay. So that is the one important. How can you run test cases parallelly means classes parallel means you can tell this parallel attribute you need to specify in the testng.xml file and specify all your classes. So that's the how can you run parallel execution. And Next, we have assertions. Little bit assertions are there. Let's see assertions. As we have seen, assert equals and assert true, assert false in the JNet, right? Same methods here also, but the class name is assert class, not assertions class. Assert class is there in the org.testng package. Then you can call all these methods. These are all static methods again. Assert dot assert equals assert dot assert true. You can call and you can give your input values for the method. And there are two kinds of assertions: soft assertions, hard assertions. So what is meant by soft assertions means tests don't stop running even if an assertion condition fails, but the test itself is marked as a failed, so to indicate that right result. But still, test will continue till end. It won't stop which line it is throwing a assertion failure. And you can see at the end the failure in the report. So that's a soft assertion. That means it won't stop there. But in the hard assertions, so tests immediately fail and stop executing the moment a failure occurs in the assertion. That's hard assertions. So these are all hard assertions. Hard assertions. So that's the soft and hard assertions usage. I'll show you them in the programs. You have to create object for them, then you can do that. So returning a failed test cases. So rerunning the failed test cases. How can you run only failed test cases? For example, you have 100 test cases. In that 10 test cases are failed out of 100. So 90 passed. You don't want to run again that 100 again. Only failed one you want to check. How can you check that? How can you run them? Only failed one. So you have option with the failed test cases. It will create a suit file like this. Suit, failed suit, test name, and classes. You can give the class name and the methods. So in this class, which methods required failed, those methods it will be taken with the include tag. Then close the methods and class tag will be closed. Then you can mention other classes also. Okay. So like this, all the methods it will take automatically, and this suit file will be given to you. First, you correct all the issues. Then you right click on this suit file, run as a TestNG suit. Then failed test cases only will be run. That's how to run failed test cases. Okay, so this is the how you can run a failed test cases. So this is the one of the interview question also. Make sure you answer this. TestNG itself will create a failed testng.xml file. testng-failed.xml file will create. By default, that will be created. And then you can correct the test cases and run them. So that is the how to check. Okay. So that's the basic, and you have interview questions. A lot of interview questions are there. You can so watch this. See that in TestNG class, if you don't give any priority for the test methods, then what will be the order of your test case execution? So based on the alphabetical order, remember this. If you don't give any priority, so based on the alphabetical order, it will run. So if we have 4 methods under TestNG class, 2 we set priority, and other 2 we didn't set priority. So what is the order of test case execution? So what is the order of test case execution in this case? Is the 4 methods?
Priority 1 will execute first, after that remaining.
No. Don't set priority. Priority will be considered as a 0. So priority unset one will execute first. So based on the alphabetical order of those methods, then it will come to priority methods.
Oh, it will take as 0 if we don't set any priority.
Exactly. So
Okay.
then,
But when we give the negative priority, then which one it will pick first?
negative, if you give, then it will go for the negative one only.
Okay.
If you give a negative priority will be taken first priority. Can we give priority as a 0? Yes, can give 0. Can we give a negative value as a priority? Yes, we can give. Can we give a decimal value for priority? No.
No.
So these are all questions asked in the interview. Okay, in the Oracle, I faced these questions in all these questions. We are given the same priority for all the methods. Then what will be the order of the test case execution?
Based on the alphanumeric.
Alphabetical order of the method name. If you give same priority, even though if you used the priority keyword, still same priority you are giving. Alphabetical order of the method name it will take. So in TestNG class, a few methods we set priority and few methods are not set priority. So this already we have seen right here. So this is the duplicate one. If you give the same priority for both the methods, then which will get executed first? This also we have seen here. These two are the duplicates. We have multiple test methods, and we have given priority as a 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 4th method we set a depends on method on the 3rd one. Now what is the sequence of execution? So you have given 4 methods, 1, 2, 3, 4 priority. Okay. But on the 3rd method, you set a depends on method. On the 4th method, you set the depends on method as a 3rd. So that means 4th method depends on the 3rd method.
Okay.
But now what is the sequence of execution?
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4 only. There is no change. Right? Okay, so that's the one. Next, in the JUnit and TestNG framework, which one you will prefer and why? Obviously, we'll prefer TestNG only, right? Because so all the advantages I given on the first day, right? So those advantages you can so set the dependency among test methods. You can prioritize the test cases. You have a data-driven testing capability. You can run the test cases parallelly. You can supply the data from parameters using direct parameters annotation. You can group the test cases. So all those advantages, and also rich annotation support from suite level to method level. So that differences you can give, and you can explain that why you are preferring TestNG. So what are listeners? So there are listeners means listens to your actions. Basically, Listeners are in TestNG. We have many listeners. I'll explain in the framework these listeners concept. Then we can cover that. Okay, so this is also asked in the interviews. What is the main purpose of listener? So what are the methods, listener methods? I'll explain that, okay? This one, basically you want to run multiple times the two methods. That means you have to use invocation count multiple times. Invocation count you have to use, then it will run multiple times. I'll show you that how to run same method multiple times. Okay, yeah. So that's it. Let's join back and we'll write the programs. Okay, we'll write the programs and then so that we can understand all the annotations how to use. We'll see that. Okay.